Hello, my name is Faisal Khan. You can't really talk about the internet and every scheme of things if you don't bring up Mr. Grant Cardone. For those of you who know, well, you would know who Grant Cardone is. For those of you who don't, he's a real estate investor and he has a very active YouTube channel. He does something called the 10X, and he's had some really amazing success because of it. And there are obviously people who like him and people who hate him. And in this downtime, he's always trying to push. He's basically an online hustler, but a hustler in a good sense. I'm a hustler. Many people hustle for a living, right? But he's doing this 10x. He says basically he leverages on other people's money, and he takes that, puts them in, collects it. Collectively, they have much more leverage, and then they go buy out industrial units or real estate units or housing units, etc., and makes money of that for himself as well as his investors. And his company is called 10X. He's got a jet. He does all these videos, blogging around, driving in his Rolls Royce, flying in his jet, and always about hustling. And a lot of hate videos have propped up. Some of them say he's a scam, he's a fraud, etc. And some say, oh, he had to lay off 100 people, etc. And it seems to be that the internet is having this sort of the pro and the cons of, Grant Cardone, and those for him and those against him, etc. And that really brings me to the question, why is this happening? Now, you may be thinking, why am I talking about it? Well, I'm talking about it because, it's all about talking about making money. I'm in this business to make money. I want clients who contact us because they want to get into the money-making business, albeit we work in a very regulated and licensed industry. And then there are millions of others out there on the internet who want to make a quick buck, who want to have a business, or even it's not a quick buck, a medium buck, something where they can make money, have recurring income. They can make money in the next quarter, the next 6 months, the next 1 year, recurring income every year. They have some savings on the side. Maybe they want to take a class and learn. And then people like Grant Cardone and many others offer classes in real estate investment and disinvestment and real estate buying and selling and real estate. Why real estate? Because everyone has to live in a house, for that matter. Whether you like it or not, you and I, we live under a roof. And this is why the real estate is the biggest thing out there. And Mr. Cardone, as well as everyone else, offers a course on this thing and tells you how to make it. And with that, they do sometimes subtle and sometimes not so subtle direct selling to you and say, hey, come on board, join the bandwagon, come on our 10X platform and we'll make money. And whatever it is, whether he's genuine or not, it's not for me to say. He's a businessman, he's doing his hustling, and if he had laid out 100 people on day one with legal contracts, not to say anything to the media, that's between him and his employees. I am no one to comment on that. And if other people are making videos right or wrong about this move that he made by laying off people in this downturn, I don't know. Some of his videos seem scammy if you look at them. Some of them seem non-genuine. Some of them can clearly be seen as, he's just saying this to appease the person. And most of his content is genuine, and if he's hurting as well and he's trying to keep a brave face about it, well, kudos to him, good for him. And if he's hurting and he's, trying to hide something, whatever, well, like I said, I have no a priori knowledge about what's going on in his life. And I doubt it other YouTubers have that knowledge as well. We may have very scanty or shallow knowledge, and based on that, we are making all these assumptions. But, at the end of the day, we are in a very, very difficult time. In some cases, the shores, you have a shore and the wave of unemployment or the wave of low business or zero business or the wave of, tough times is yet to hit your shores. But in the travel industry, the transportation, the airline, the hotel, the logistics industry, it has already hit. Many people are without a job. The regular retail industry has been very badly hit. So it's okay for people to go to the internet to try to learn how to make a quick buck, how to get into a business, how to find an online talent. And yes, there will be genuine people and there will be scammers, there will be scam artists, there will be con artists, there will be, absolutely A-stars who really do offer a really good plan. And you, I guess, at the end of the day, have to make a decision if the person is right or wrong. Don't spend too much time thinking, hey, is Grant Cardone the real deal or not? Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. And if you're really, really curious, why don't you call him up and ask him? Or why don't you enroll for his course and then do, no need to bash him or others for no reason. There's plenty of online opportunities that you can engage in and learn during this, let's say, semi downtime that we have, or a pause that we have. And I highly encourage you to find a side hustle, to find a main hustle even in this online world. Maybe the online world is not for you, but it doesn't hurt to learn. Because if you spend the time today learning, 6 months down the road or 12 months down the road, you possibly could have a secondary income. You may go back to your main job after that, or whatever you were doing, your main business, and you could be running a side hustle on the side, one that with automatic payouts or auto income or auto generated revenue, what have you, or some that requires little or no effort. My reason for making this video is, don't pay too much attention to what Mr. Cardone is doing. Let him do his thing. You concentrate on yours. Do your research, do your homework, and the less time you spend looking and bitching and cribbing about others, and the more time you spend learning yourself, is when you will improve. I hope I was able to instill some form of semblance and reflect some commonality and common sense into you. And I hope you can take away from this thing. If you have a question or a comment, feel free to leave a comment below, or there's a contact form in the description, or even a WhatsApp business number that's below. Reach out to me and I'll be happy to respond. Till next time, this is Faisal Khan signing off.